What is up, you heathens and demons, you sinners and saints, you beautiful, blasphemous bastards? Welcome back to the Raging Atheist. I am your boy, Nakasuchi, and your boy isn't feeling too good today. This terrible virus has been working its way through my work. I actually got it from my daughter. My daughter was out of school 4 days last week, and now I am out of work. I missed work today. I was sent home early yesterday. Not feeling well, but I've been sitting here all day doing nothing. I'm like, I'll try to make a video. You know, and I've just been sitting here doing nothing today, and one of the things that I did doing nothing was listen to Praise I Am, that I wish that I wasn't, but I'm still Praise I Am. And, you know, if you're listening to Praise, you are essentially doing absolutely nothing. And it was Praise, it was Gavin, and it was Jesus is Bored. Now, Jesus is Bored is a special person. We'll put it that way, a special person. But he's going to make a startling admission here. But before he gets to his admission, well, these three Christians are going to show you just how much they hate atheists. And even more than that, they're going to show you that good old Christian love.
Especially when Hitchens was alive, they really ate up his debates and these...
Hitch.
Yeah. I call
Hitch
him
is in a
Hitchens.
ditch. He's in a ditch right now. Well, actually, he's where is Hitch? Is he in Gehenna?
He would be in Hades.
Hades.
And I mean, there it is. There's that good old Christian love. There's that Christian decency, that Christian empathy, and that good old-fashioned Christian hatred of atheists, all rolled into one, as they mock Christopher Hitchens for being dead, something that happens to every human being, whether you believe in God or not, and then speculate on whether or not he's in hell, rejoicing in it, even. And that's just good old Christian love.
It's hot down there.
And yet his brother is the nicest of Christian guys.
Oh, Christopher Hitchens had a brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter. You don't know Peter Hitchens? He's a strong conservative against atheism. He's anti-communist.
Wow.
Anti-abortion. Strong Christian out there. Voice. He's a great debater too. Very suave voice.
Yeah, he is a really good debater. One of my favorite Hitchens debate is against his brother. But do you think his brother, whom at least Praise is exuding some kind of respect for, do you think his brother would appreciate you spitting on the man's grave, on his brother's grave? Do you think his brother would appreciate you, rejoicing in the fact that his brother is in hell? Praise? I mean, I know that he'll never watch your idiot channel, but, what if he did? I'm sure he probably would take issue with that.
You know what I find often? That these atheists, these militant atheists, often have family members, really close family members, wives, brothers, sisters, who are Christians.
They are. Just like Dillahunty. Did you see his parents send him a birthday letter? And Dillahunty put his parents' letter on air. And basically, the parents were disowning him. It was hilarious.
So there you have just the absolute idiocy of Jesus is Bored and this goon crew here. Because, Jesus is Bored is surprised that atheists have family members that are Christians. No shit. Very few atheists come from atheist households. They are out there. And, second generation atheists definitely growing in number. But there's very few of them. Atheists here in the United States of America live in a sea of fundamental Christians as well as progressive Christians. And oftentimes, most especially those fundamental Christian family members, will shun you. They will shun you solely because you no longer pray to the imaginary fictional character that they pray to. So they shun you. And these Christian empathists love every moment of that. as they proceed to laugh at Matt Dillahunty's parents shunning him.
But yeah, that's atheism, man, is not fashion. I think, well, it is fashionable, but there's misery that comes along with it, though. So if you want to, oh yeah, you can bash on Christianity you want, but then what follows is not necessarily so good, because your life will change in a bad way.
Please, Praise, provide some substantial evidence for this. I would like anything, because your life doesn't change at all. Now, social constructs can change. People that liked you before when you were praying to the same imaginary fictitious God that they were praying to, the moment they find out that you're no longer praying to that imaginary fictitious God, well, they no longer like you. So that can change. Social pressures can change. You know, your Christian ass boss who might be fundamental as fuck, well, he could just fire you for being an atheist in a state such as mine, an at-will state to where the employers can just fire anybody for any fucking reason that they want to. But actually, a lot of us, especially if we found this platform, our lives get better because we're no longer alone. My life is exponentially better because I have a community now. I have people that I can talk to now. I didn't have that before. So if you want to maintain that life gets worse just because you stop believing in a God, well, Praise, you need to provide some evidence for that instead of just talking out of your ass.
And I've seen it happen. Might not happen instantaneously, but it does start to erode your life, and it turns into shambles, into pieces. And then what does happen, I'm just saying, this is just the facts of reality, is that they end up committing suicide, or they do crazy things like mass shootings, and then they'll take it out on people.
You know, and here was a part, and I cut most of it out, but they're really going at atheists for committing suicide, right? And suicide is a problem in the atheist community. Suicide is a problem in the Christian community. Suicide is a problem all across the board in every community. And we could talk about why that is. But you don't see atheists going around, you know, glorifying the fact that Christians blow their fucking brains out either. In fact, most people that commit suicide here in America are Christians, because most people in America are Christians. Now, there's a very high rate of atheists that commit suicide, without a doubt. Very high rate. But we comprise such a small percentage that it is insubstantial to the overall numbers. And then he goes on to like put all mass shootings on atheists, and that's just a fundamental Christian talking point that has no truth to it whatsoever. Most of these mass shooters that you see were raised in Christian homes. They are far right-wing conservative Christians themselves. But, you know, Christians like to do this because they'll sit there and they'll watch this horrific event, this person go up into a public building and just kill a bunch of people, and they point that no true Scotsman finger and say, well, that can't be a Christian. I'm sorry. Yes, it can.
That's what I'm saying. Not all atheists are in the same boat. It's the ones that are militant, I think, have the most miserable lives. The ones like Danny, I think Danny just trolls. I think he's really a Christian. He just trolls.
I think Danny is a Christian. I think he's just looking for someone to prove Christianity to him without a shadow of a doubt. Like, dude.
I don't know, Danny. I have to say that if these douchebags, if Praise, I wish I wasn't a douchebag, but I'm a douchebag, if Jesus is bored, if the stapler dude from that Office Space movie thinks that you're cool and that you're probably really a Christian, I think you're being too nice to these fuckers. I just have to say it. And, I think you're doing your atheism wrong. But alright, at long last, we've come to Jesus is bored and his startling admission. I hope you're ready for it.
These guys, there's no room for faith with this guy. Everything has to be logical. Everything has to be rational. You're dealing with a God who created the universe out of nothing. That's not rational.
Ding, 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 and we have a winner. So there you have Jesus is bored, just outright admitting to you that his belief in this God is not rational. And the others seem to agree with that. And yet, we, the atheists, are irrational for not believing in a thing that's irrational, according to Jesus is bored himself. You know, I thought this was a startling admission. You know, I never really expected Jesus is bored to be smart enough to actually understand our position and that we're right. But here you have that admission from him. And I appreciate it. Jesus is bored. I really do. I really appreciate your admission here. I'm going to take it for what it is. You understand that you're an irrational motherfucker. And it's all good. I want to thank y'all for watching the video. If you like to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, all that jazz. You guys know what to do. I'm really trying to grow the channel again, but it's really hard now that everything's back to normal. I'm back to full time on everything. Hard to put out daily content. Trying to put out as much content as I can. You patrons, you guys are the shit. Still don't have Patreon slides. Like I said, I've been very sick. I'm going to try to get on that. Patreon did change again. But, you know, no excuses. I need to get those back into the videos. I appreciate your support. I'll see you soon.